way that she can. She'll send text messages. Hey, coach, we saw this play. She's showing up at games, home and away. And so, I have such great respect for her as a coach, as a person. So to see her still coming around, it's so heartwarming, and it's great for the girls to see.
Coach will join us later in the broadcast. We're looking forward to that. Lastly, what does this senior class, your first graduating class, mean to you?
Well, they're special, right, because they're my first seniors. And so I appreciate their dedication, their hard work. They've been great leaders for our team. They have come here and set the standard for the girls, the underclassmen. They've shown the way, both on the field but off as well. And so they'll always hold a special place in my heart because they're my first graduating class. And so we will miss them tremendously, and they've done a great job for us.
Kristen Boltink getting her program back to the high standard that has been set here before. All the best today on Senior Day. Thanks for having us out, and we'll talk to you down the line.
Thank you so much.
You bet. More to come on the Preps coverage of Regina and Liggett right after this.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
It's Senior Day at Regina, and the Satellites getting their flowers today, literally. 4 of the seniors, and McKaylin May, Sarah Wilking, Lorelei Mahone, and Chloe Eunice, all the seniors getting honored, as you see before this contest, getting set for Liggett and Regina. And we will meet the starters for the road team, the Liggett Knights, led by third-year head coach Tia Andrews. 6-16 on the year for Liggett, and this is a team that's trying to get things on the upside before they get into the state playoffs. A Division III team in Liggett. All right, here's a starting lineup for Tia Andrews in her third season. It'll be Luisa Dragovic, the catcher and the sophomore, leading off, followed by Isabel Jenkins in center field. Batting third, Jasmine Maxwell, the shortstop. Batting cleanup, Margaret Weiss at first base. Batting fifth, Constantina Bornay, the second baseman. Batting sixth, and doing the pitching is the freshman Keegan Price. Batting seventh is the third baseman, another freshman. You'll see that theme at the bottom of the lineup. It's Kendall Butler. Batting eighth, it's Maddie Metzger, the freshman left fielder. And batting ninth in right field, it's the sophomore Stella Smiatek. So that is the Liggett lineup. A little bit of a delay before we get rolling. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll have the rest of the starters for this contest, a CHSL battle between the Central Division Regina Satellites. 7 state titles to their credit, taking on Grosse Pointe Liggett. Back with the start of this one right after this.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here. First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Glory! covering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Welcome back. A beautiful 80-degree day, and we're just about set to get things rocking. Waiting on an umpire. He's ready. Regina's taking the field, and this is how the defense for the Satellites shake out. It'll be Cooper behind home plate, Eunice at first, Wilking at second, Mahan at short, Giuliani at third, Van Ash in left, Riska in center, and Wierzewski in right field. Cooper behind home plate, and it's Vive Lewis on the mound for Regina, who comes in 12-11 on the year. Lewis will face this Liggett lineup, and the offensive batting lineup for Liggett, who comes in 6-16, looks like this. Luisa Dragovic will lead things off. She's the catcher. Isabel Jenkins is in center field. Jasmine Maxwell is the shortstop batting third. Margaret Weiss, the cleanup hitter, at first. Constantina Bornay, the second baseman, batting fifth. Keegan Price is batting sixth, and she'll do the pitching for the Knights. Kendall Butler is in the 7-hole, and she is playing third base. Maddie Metzger is in left field, the freshman, batting eighth. And Stella Smiataz is in right field, the sophomore, batting ninth, under Tia Andrews. And the warm-up tosses continue for Vive Lewis. Genevieve Lewis is the birth name, but she goes by Vive. Kind of a cool nickname. She's a junior out of K-Pac. And she's getting ready to roll here. A little bit of a late start, but hey, it's senior day, and, you know, umpires got a life too. And it's bad traffic out there, I can tell you. I was tardy to the party today, too. Traffic's just got awful, right? They say we've got winter, fall, spring, and then construction season in the summer. So here we are. Welcome to Michigan. And welcome to Warren Regina. We're proud to be here. First time ever on campus for the prep. It took us 4 years. I promise we'll be back sooner than 4 years. And we're ready for softball. Into the box steps Luisa Dragovic, the sophomore, for the Knights out of Grosse Pointe. Regina coming in off a win on Monday. They knocked off Lance Cruz North in that ball game. And they're celebrating their 4 seniors and trying to go out with a bang and with 2 straight wins. So we are set to go. Lewis is in the circle, and the first pitch is underway at 4:42. We're only 12 minutes late. I tell my guys, hey, 15 minutes or less, you're cool. And so we're only 12 minutes late to start this game. We're good. Righty on righty. Vive deals, and it's a high fastball rising. And Dragovic couldn't catch up with it. Cooper looks into the dugout, gets the sign, the 0-2, fouled off. Good fight by Dragovic. It'll be Dragovic, Jenkins, and Maxwell. Tia Andrews, the head coach. Karen Arnold, the hardworking assistant, along with Joseph Morrow. Michelle Hicks is the AD. Julie Slewinski's her assistant. Foul back. Regina battling out of the Central Division, and talking to first-year head coach Kristen Boltink. She talked about the challenges of playing in the Central Division and how it will pay dividends, but it's tough competition. Swing and a miss, out on strikes, 1 up, 1 down for the Satellites here in the first. There's another look, and Dragovic went fishing. Isabel Jenkins, one of the captains, and the center fielder is in the box. Hits in the front of the box against Lewis. Squares to bunt, and it's fouled back. Just underway, 1 out, no score. There is some wind, and it is blowing out. You know what that could mean? We saw 6 home runs in the game we broadcasted yesterday out in Orchard Lake. Squares to bunt, pops it up, and it is caught by the third baseman, Giuliani. Great communication by Giuliani. As Mahone was converging, so was Eunice. And that good chatter equates to out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Maxwell. Here's another look at the fine defensive play and the cat quickness from Giuliani from the hot corner. Here comes the junior Maxwell. Fastball inside corner. Strike called, says Brian Hopp, your home plate umpire. Dwayne Pinkett is the field umpire. Is he here? No, we started without him. He's on 696. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove and out of the glove. 0-2 quickly ahead. Vive has come out pumping strikes. No surprise. Maxwell awaits the Lewis pitch. Big cut. Tell you what, she connects there. This one might hit the apartment complex behind us that had some hot action going on before this game. 2 up, 2 down. Satellites trying to go 1-2-3 and get their rivals from Grosse Pointe out here. A couple of East Side Catholic schools going at it. Fouled back, and that hit a fan on the shoulder from Warren. And she shook it off like it was a flea. Look at that. Everybody's having fun. Good crowd on hand for senior day. So glad you're with us on the prep. Lewis to Cooper, and Maxwell watches that one rise well above her head. Good eye for the junior. Jasmine Maxwell, the shortstop, having a fine year for the Knights. Got her on strikes. 1-2-3 for Vive. Here come the Satellites inning over. We're back to Warren right after this.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
The Satellites will line them up like this. Vive Lewis, the pitcher, will lead off, followed by Morgan Thim, the DH. Chloe Eunice, the first baseman, will bat third. Sarah Wilking, the senior, will bat cleanup and play second base. Mackenzie Riska is in center field batting fifth. Lorelei Mahan is the shortstop batting sixth. And the senior Emma Giuliani at third base batting seventh. Batting eighth is Drew Van Ash, the left fielder. Batting ninth is Grace Cooper, the catcher. And batting 10th in right field is Marley Wierzewski. Under Kristen Boltink in her first year. And she's assisted by Sandy Cara, Kylie Delapa, Christy Burley Litzow, and Triple J. Emily Frickin, the fine athletic director for the Satellites. She'll join us later in the broadcast. She's not just an athletic director, she's the athletic director of the year in the Catholic League. Here's the defensive line up for the Knights. Butler at third, Maxwell at short, Bernay at second, Weiss at first, Dragovich behind home plate, Metzger in left, Smitzak in center, and Jenkins in right. So this is the pitcher, Vive Lewis, who looks at 1-2 tall, ball one. No score, just underway, bottom of the first. From beautiful Warren, Regina on this cloudy Thursday afternoon. Pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. Well located fastball from Keegan Price, just a freshman in the center of that circle. Part of 4 freshman starters today. Next offering up and in. We mentioned the tough competition Regina has played this year. That's a strike on the outside corner. They won a couple from Sterling Heights Stevenson back to start the month of May. A win over St. Ursula as well. That is strike 3, and the batter is out. So 1 up, 1 down. It's a strikeout for the freshman. And that'll bring up the 2-hitter. That's Morgan Thim, the DH. So this game has seen nothing but, 3 of the 4 batters have struck out in this game combined. Morgan Thim, the batter. And Thim having a really nice year. Just a freshman as well. Ground ball to short, scooped up by Maxwell, throw to first to Weiss. And there's 2 up and 2 down for the Satellites. And a smooth play by Maxwell to get the first fielding chance defensively in this game. Took her time, made the throw. And that's going to leave things up to the 3-hitter, Chloe Eunice, the first baseman. And she swings through the first pitch, strike 1. Pitch is taken up or outside. Eunice swings and drives it down the right field. That's going to drop in for the game's first hit. So Chloe Eunice, not afraid to go the other way, and drops one down just in front of the right fielder, Jenkins. So a 2-out single for the Satellites. And another look here at the fine hitting by Eunice, going the other way. An approach change with 2 strikes. Gotta love to see that maturity. So here comes the cleanup hitter, Sarah Wilking. Wilking's had a big year. One of the top athletes in this school, if not the top. We saw her in Powder Puff tearing things up on the football field. She was impressive at the Elm that day when we saw Regina dominate Marion. There's a swing and a drive to center, fairly deep, back and off the wall. Over the head of the center fielder. Eunice will hold at third, but it's a 2-out double for Wilking as the Satellites clicking up their heels with 2 outs. We told you if something gets up in the wind today, there's a chance for it to blow out of here. But that one was hit so hard, it hit the bottom of the wall. And now it's an RBI opportunity for Mackenzie Riska, the 5-hitter. Strike called right down Masonic. Isn't that where we're at? Masonic? I think so. Learning these streets, these parts. Squares to bunt, gets it down. Price throws to first, and it's low. And off the glove of Bournet, 2 runs will score. It's 2-0 Satellites here in the first. So how about the 2-out rally? And just the fact that Riska is able to get good wood on this thing, and the throw, and that thing should have been out number 3. But put the ball in play, good things happen, and the Satellites, who are down to their final out of the inning, have put together a 2-out rally to take a 2-0 lead. Here's Lorelei Mahan, the shortstop. We saw Mahan in that Powder Puff game as well, doing big things. Down to second scampers the base runner, Riska. Ground ball in the hole. Maxwell knocks it down, has the runner in limbo, and keeps the runner in front, but does not get out number 1. Good swing. Mahan. We'll see how they rule it. Here's another look. And it'll be an error. So second error of the inning. And Giuliani's going to try to make that hurt. Pitch goes up, and that's going to advance the runner. So a wild pitch. And all of a sudden, Regina showing resilience with 2 outs. Mahan on second, Riska on third. Here comes the runner in from third, Riska, and she'll score. 3-0 Regina. So the wheels starting to fall off a bit here after the quick 2 outs from the Knights. And good hustle to get home by McKenzie. So 3-0. And Regina has taken advantage of errors. Swing and a fly ball right field. Playable for the right fielder. Jenkins makes the catch, inning over. But not before the Satellites get 3. We go to the second inning. 3-0 the home team. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Welcome back to beautiful Warren Regina High School, home of the Satellites, the 7-time state champions in softball. Start of the second inning, the lady that's the mastermind behind the 7 state titles is to my right, as we're fortunate enough to be joined by Diane Laffey, the legendary softball, basketball, AD, you name it. And, Coach, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
You bet.
Especially at a softball game, you know.
Well, this is where you belong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this has been your life amongst many other things. But
this is home.
This is home for you, right?
This is home, yep.
And you still come back and go to games? I know this is,
yes,
what, your
yeah.
3rd season of not coaching?
Yes. Yeah, in fact,
Has it gotten easier?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
When I see him play well, it's good.
You sleep on losses still, don't you?
No, not so much anymore. I think
Okay.
about him a lot when I get home, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say I lose any sleep over him now. But
52 years at Regina High School for Coach Laffey. And so many honors, and we'll start with the Michigan Hall of Fame. There's a ground ball to second base. Sarah Wilkine is up with it. She'll underhand flip to first to Eunice, and there's quickly one up and one down. What about this year's team, and what about the first-year head coach, Kristen Boltink, who played for you? Tell us a little bit about this year's team and what you have observed and what you like about them.
Well, there's actually 3 of their starters were freshmen my last year, and they were on the varsity.
Ah, okay.
So
this is special for you.
It is special, especially when you go to a senior day and you've had them 3, even though it was 3 years ago.
Sure.
Only, when you only have 4 seniors, you've got to depend on the youth. But, I mean, Vive has had a real good year on the mound.
Yeah.
And freshman Morgan has had a really good year on the mound. I mean, honestly, when you get a left-handed pitcher in softball,
yeah,
it's a definite advantage because girls just don't see that many left-handers.
Why is that? Why do you think?
I
Is it lopsided from baseball, or is it similar along the percentages of left-handers you'll see in baseball that you see in softball?
I think it's probably close percentage-wise.
Okay.
Maybe not. There might probably more left-handed pitchers in baseball than softball.
See, I threw you a curve already.
You did. You're right.
I didn't even throw you any meatballs yet. This is number 2 for Liggett batting, and this is Constantina Bornay, the second baseman in the junior. She's battling Vive Lewis, who has just struck out another batter. What do you like about Vive Lewis? What has she got? What's her goods?
She definitely has shown very good control for the most part. There were a couple of games where, when cold weather and you play in Michigan and high school softball, you play in a lot of cold weather.
Sure.
But she very much can dominate from the mound. She throws hard. She moves the ball around. I personally wish she'd throw a few more change-ups. But
really?
She's not confident in it, is what I hear.
Okay.
She's not confident, but she can bring it. She can really bring it.
A junior fouled back. She is facing Keegan Price, the opposing pitcher, who is just a freshman.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. Got the quick first 2 outs and then had trouble the rest of the way. Not all her fault. Pitch is tapped foul in back of the catcher, Cooper. 2 strikes now. And 2 are out. We're with Diane Laffey, 7-time state champion in softball and 52 years at Regina. Swing and a miss, out on strikes. That's her 4th of the ball game already for Vive Lewis from K-Pac. How about it? Look at that. What'd she throw there? Is that the old fastball, country fastball?
Yes, I believe it was.
It's working. If it ain't broken,
don't fix it if it isn't broken, right?
You named it. We're back with a Satellites batting in the second right after this.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Talking about left-handed pitchers, I mean, Nikki had that advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Regina, the Satellites, 12-11 on the year, 1-9 in league play, but they're playing up in that Central Division now. And notable seasons, yeah, a lot of them, but 7 state titles. First in '89 and last in 2019. 606 girls, all girls. And Kristen Boltink, one of the featured notable alumni, 99 grad. An outstanding seasons, 4-year varsity, and went on to play at Wright State, where she would play and coach, and all kinds of accolades. Fly ball to right, and here's another look at it. Fly out for Drew Van Ash. Here comes Grace Cooper, the catcher. We've noticed a lot of hitters going to right field. Is that by design? Is that something Kristen teaches, or is it just happening in this game?
Well, I think, no, they've done it a lot during the course of the season.
Yeah.
I think a lot of high school pitchers like to paint the outside corner, and the girls have to learn to go with it because it's going to be a strike. So, you got to choke up or whatever, but you got to go with it. Otherwise, you're looking at a strike.
No doubt. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit past of Maxwell. And that'll be the second hit today for the Satellites. So Cooper is on. That'll bring up Marlee Wierzewski, the right fielder. And another look. That sharp single right up the middle. That tells you that she hit the ball pretty square.
Yes, and there was an inside pitch, so that was good. When you play the Mercies and the Divine Childs, the top-notch throwers like to paint the outside corner. I mean, they just like to paint it. So.
And the way to oppose it is just to go with it. Don't fight it.
Yeah. Don't stand and watch it and think it's outside. Go with it, because you get a lot of hits to right field that way.
Nothing wrong with that. What kind of coaching style did you have? What was were you a running, did you like running teams? Did you like power teams? Did you like to manufacture runs? Or what was Diane Laffey softball?
We, depending upon what you have on the team, I mean, there were two of the state championships where we really felt like we had to manufacture some runs, but fortunate in 2 straight years that a bunt, and it was later in the game, a bunt, the other team didn't expect it, threw the ball away, we score, we win like 1-0, 2-0.
Wow.
So, but then we had some teams that could power the ball too.
Yeah.
So you had to just kind of adjust what you were doing by your personnel.
They had to be fun for you.
Well, it was a lot of fun.
You're like a chef getting all these ingredients in the kitchen, and I like that and this and that, and throw some Lowrys in there.
Yeah, you like the variety.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
It's the spice of life.
Right. It's not the same every year. You just adapt to what you have.
Sharp grounder wide of the bag at third. That'll be chased down in the corner in foul territory by Maddie Metzger.
This young lady is also a very good ice hockey player.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wierzewski?
No, this is.
Oh, I apologize.
This is Vive Lewis.
Vive Lewis, my bad. See, I need you here to keep me on track. Vive Lewis, who led the game off. Swing and a miss. Runner goes down to second. That'll be a stolen base. That's Fett, who has come on to pinch run. Out on strikes, and here comes Morgan Thim. That's a strikeout for the freshman Keegan Price. That's her second of the ball game.
This young lady is the left-hand pitcher, freshman.
Okay, throws left, bats right.
Yes.
Wonderful combination. Morgan Thim out of St. Joan of Arc. Pitches low. How is softball changing? How is the game changing?
It bothers me because it appears that a lot of teams are dropping JVs and freshman teams, so there's less girls playing softball now.
Mm-hmm. In to score after the wild pitcher's pass ball is Fett. It's now 4-0 Regina. And they're taking advantage of the other team's mistakes.
Yes, absolutely. You have to make it hurt when somebody makes a mistake. The answer to the softball thing, there's so many sports for girls in spring now. I mean, once they added lacrosse,
sure,
it took away some of the
Good
girls.
point.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's track and field, there's lacrosse, there's soccer, there's tennis, there's softball. I mean, there's so many things they can do.
Sure.
So I think the numbers, it boils down to numbers sometimes.
Good point. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, and that's going to get amongst the customers. And a fan from Sterling Heights will take that one home. There's Mike Batchus. They were coming for Big B. and they can't get him. He's elusive. He's got sweet feet. Oh, he can boogie. Pitch is low, and so that's a walk. The game's first walk to the number 2 hitter, Thim, and now that'll bring up Chloe Eunice, who singled to start the 2-out rally in the first. What do you like about Eunice?
Very, very hardworking young lady. She played for us my last year here. Pitched, played a little bit of first base. Just a hard worker. What she might lack in skill, she makes up for in her commitment and just her hard work.
Yeah.
But she's improved immensely since her freshman year. She really has.
On first with a 2-out single is Thim. And good eye by Eunice, who wanted nothing to do with that one. She shook her head, said,
It was low, right.
Not my pitch. And she knows.
Yes.
She knows what she wants. She didn't want that either. That's upstairs, and a patient satellite offense showing off in front of us. Sandy Cara is the first base coach for the Satellites. There's a swing and a fly ball, a pop to Maxwell at short. Catch is made, but not before the Satellites get another run. They lead 4-0. Don't go anywhere yet. Diane Laffey with us. We're glad she's with us. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching. Back with more after this. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. So this is University Liggett, 6-16, 5-11 in league play, 287 co-ed private school in Grosse Pointe, newer members of the Catholic League, and notable alumni, Olivia Thomas. And I know it's not softball, it's soccer, but this kid is something, and she was a big part of the national championship last year as a sophomore. She won the game-winning goal for North Carolina, and she was an outstanding student-athlete during her time at Liggett and doing good things down in Chapel Hill. Now then, this is the number 7 hitter, Kendall Butler, another freshman, a common theme in the bottom half of this lineup.
Yes, they're very young.
Maddie Metzger in the on-deck circle. The pronunciation. The last batter. So 4-0, you've got a lead. What's the philosophy now for Regina defensively?
Just play steady, try not to make any mistakes.
Yeah.
And and they're pretty solid defense. This infield that's out there right now, very solid.
Yeah.
They struggle a little bit when Sarah Wilking, the second baseman right now, pitches. But this infield is solid. The shortstop and second baseman like to say they're the best shortstop double play combination in Macomb County, but I'm not sure that's true. But they like to say it anyway.
Okay,
So,
Wilking and Mahan.
Yeah, Mahan. Yeah.
Mahan. Well, hey, look, they're going to have some chances to prove that.
That's true.
Perfect so far today. Wilking on her one chance. 4-0. Still in the third inning. We're visiting with Diane Laffey, 52 years at Regina, retired now, But softball coach, where she won 7 titles. Basketball, where she had a strong over 600 wins during your career. And athletic director. Were you athletic director for how many years, Coach?
Probably since about 78, so
Okay.
that would have been 40.
Sure. Awesome. Outstanding. Congratulations on all the success. I know you're very humble,
Well,
but it's very impressive.
You got to have the athletes. You know that. You got to have, you got to have people, good coaches that are willing to work hard, and student athletes that are willing to work.
No doubt. And
I mean, I've been blessed with some very good athletes. I have to admit that. That's ultimate
Sure.
truth.
Understood. Nikki Niemitz, one of them.
Right.
Emily Frickin, another one.
Yep.
Nikki Strango, another.
Yep.
It's my wife. I had to say it. Sorry. It'll help later.
Nikki not in softball, but
No, not in softball.
basketball.
Yeah, nice little left-handed set shot. This is this is number 19, and this is Maddie Metzger. Full count to the freshman. Vive Lewis is dealing. Yet to give up anything. Strike 3 called.
pitch.
Smoke on the outside corner. Coach, he's in some kind of groove right now.
She really is. She definitely is.
How many different pitches can we expect to see from her? I know you said you want to see more changeup, so obviously we can see the changeup at some point.
She does have one. She does, just if she doesn't need it, she won't throw it.
Yeah.
She has a drop, a rise.
The drop, the rise,
she
and the
has a
change.
very good. I actually think she has a curve now too.
Okay. Samaites bunts foul. Stella Samaites, the sophomore, and the 9-hitter with Dragovich, the leadoff hitter in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance here in the 3rd. You're from East Detroit, or the east side of Detroit,
East side
rather.
of Detroit, yes.
And I know you've
been an East Sider all my life.
You're proud of the roots there, and
Oh, yes.
and you had your early parts of your career at East Catholic.
Yes.
Detroit East Catholic, I know, was a big part of your early beginnings before moving on. And you had a chance to coach with Dave Souls.
Yes.
And
the Gray Fox.
The Gray Fox, the man with more keys than
Oh my gosh.
anyone
yes.
should have.
He-
You know,
I mean-
Robin Goddard might be the only other guy that has more keys than Dave
Robin,
Souls.
yeah, Robin has a lot too. You're right. But I mean, Dave, they weighed his whole belt down.
Strike 3 called, inside corner, inning over. All right, we got the bottom half to go now.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere, Coach.
Okay.
Vive in some kind of groove, and Warren, we're back with the bottom half right after these.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
That's Kristen Boltink. She took over in the fall, and she has got this program over 500 and off to a great stabilizing start. And she played for you. She's a 99 grad of Regina, and she is a Hall of Fame member of the Catholic League, just like you are.
Right.
What can you tell us about Kristen?
She was, I don't want to say bullish necessarily, but on the mound, she really, she commanded a lot of respect, and she really.
Dragovich tracks it and finds it.
Nice catch.
That's nice of you. You don't have to say that about the opponent, you know. But you're good. A commentator. You're neutral. That's not
Try
easy
to be,
for
no,
everybody. Good
no.
tracking job there. We'll get another look in the replay, and indeed it was a great catch. And those are hard to track when you're a catcher, right?
Right. Because you can't. You got the mask on. Sometimes you have no clue where it's going. It's like you need help from the pitchers or somebody to tell you where it is. That's what we always used to tell our kids to help the catcher out. Tell her it's behind her, it's right, left, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And you didn't say right, left, because then they got to think about, you'd say first base, third base, or back,
Sure.
behind you. So
Makes sense. This is Riska, the batter. Riska, center fielder, batting in the 5 spot today. Mahan. I'll get it right before you leave,
that's
I promise.
okay. Her mom was on the 89 championship team, yes.
Oh, the first title team.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yep, she's sitting over here.
Very nice.
behind
What's
the
her name?
backstop.
Give her a shout out. What's her name?
Was Lynn Durfee, now it's Lynn Mahan.
Okay. Very cool. Pitch is low, and Lynn's daughter, is batting now. She'll get a chance to watch Lorelei Mahan.
Right.
See, I told you I'd get it.
You got it. You got it.
I'm learning. So you teacher, coach.
Yes.
What? Obviously, I know you did some phys ed. We talked before. Any other classes or teachings?
Some Spanish.
Oh wow! You
I
want to
did
bust out some Spanish?
No comprendo. Not anymore.
De nada. Okay, that's good because I took it in college and I've completely forgotten.
Well,
so we're in the same spot, Coach.
I don't, and I taught English too, also.
Yes, you do. Very well, I might add. Riska steals second, headed to third. It's so fun, she'll keep running. And the Satellites, again, taking advantage of miscues by Liggett and showing no mercy here, trying to get some runs in this third.
Riska's a very good base runner.
Good instinct,
Smart,
it looks
yes,
like.
Yes.
You can't teach IQ, Coach.
No.
Or can you? Am I wrong on that?
Well, sometimes you got to hope that they develop a baseball or softball IQ, but it doesn't happen with everybody. You just got to remind them until it becomes second nature.
There's a shot down the third base line, and it's just foul. And
she almost hit her teammate.
She did. We'll get another look at that whistler.
Yeah, her mom was a outfielder and a pitcher.
There's a swing and a fly ball right field in that Bermuda Triangle. It's going to drop. Riska will come home and score. And Mahon has an RBI single to right on a nifty little shot down the line that just tucked right in. And it was fair by about 1.5 feet. Squares to bunt, strike called. The wind is whipping. Does the wind always whip like this out here?
No, sometimes worse than others. Today's one of the probably more wind than at most.
That means the home runs are coming.
I don't know. It's blowing in a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right. See, I can't read wind very well. I got to throw grass up and watch it, and I don't want to do that here.
That's what you tell the outfielders to do before every game.
Oh, boy. Mahon at second base. Swing and a miss, and the freshman Price pumps in a strike. Mahon will take third. Kristen Boltink coaching down at third base. What do you like about what she's done with this team?
She's very disciplined and makes them work hard. I mean, you can have fun, and there's a time to have fun, but she's got them working very hard all the practices, from what I understand. And Sandy, I've talked to Sandy too a few times, and they work hard, and she's really behind that. She's really pushing them to play to their ability.
Yeah. That's the second strikeout of the ball game for Price. There's now 2 outs, and that will bring up Drew Van Ash, the left fielder. Van Ash, spelled V-A-N, capital A-S-S-C-H-E. Just a freshman out of St. Germain. So far, it's been Price has given up 5 runs on 4 hits. Just one of them have been earned. She has struck out 3 and walked 2. One more base runner trying to get home. It's Mahan. Swinging a pop-up. Should get him out of the inning. Bornay goes back, and she dropped the ball in right field. Bornay dropped it, and a run will score. Mahan in. And it's now 5. Make it 6-0 Regina. Another unearned run, and Regina will take it, but this is one that should have got.
Yes, this should have been the 3rd out.
What does this do to a pitcher, though, that's a freshman? I mean,
you got to have a certain mentality to be a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I swear you have to. You know, you've got to be able to overlook mistakes because you're going to make them too. So, and your teammates have to accept you doing that. So, you've got to maintain some kind of a
hit by pitch. Cooper gets nipped.
Looks like it might be getting to her though, but
yeah.
But as a freshman, it's hard.
It sure is.
It's very hard.
No doubt.
But yeah, pitchers have to be able to shake off teammates' mistakes because they make them too. So.
Emily Frickin has taken over as the athletic director.
She's doing a great job. She's doing an outstanding job. She really is.
Yeah. CHSL AD of the year.
Yes. Yes.
Impressive.
Very well.
What do you like about Emily?
You know what? She's dedicated. She nice hit.
Shot to left. That's going to roll in for a single. Van Ash around 3rd. She'll score. Cooper will hold it 2nd. It's now 7-0 Regina. Touchdown Satellites. Strong pop to the left side by Wierzewski, the right fielder. Here's another look. Nothing cheap about that one, Coach.
That's a good hit. Very good hit.
Kristen Boltink putting up the red light. Goes to the 2-hitter, Morgan Thim. That's Vive Lewis who got that hit. That's twice now. I missed that. My bad on that. We had an order here? Okay. That was Vive Lewis. This is Morgan Thim, the DH. My bad on that. Advancing to 3rd is the courtesy runner, and that's Addison Fett, the junior. So Cooper on 3rd, Wierzewski on 2nd. And what is it about this great school, Regina, that has made you stay here for 52 years and then come back for more after you've retired?
It's a great place to work. I mean, everybody is so supportive, and I know people talk about community and family, but this place really is. I mean, these girls, they really do develop a sisterhood. They really, you'd be amazed at how many are still friends with people they graduated with.
There's a swing and a drive deep to center,
nice
and
catch.
Hauled in by Jenkins on the run. Isabel with a nice catch. That ends the inning, but not before a few more runs are added. Coach Diane Laffey, thank you so much. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it. Thank you. Back with more after this. This is the Preps coverage of CHSL softball.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Welcome back to the home of the Satellites. We're in Warren, Michigan. It's Regina who leads it 7-0. And we're pleased to be joined by their athletic director, Emily Frickin, proud grad of 2009.
Yeah.
For Regina, Emily, thanks so much for having us here and for being a part of today and getting on color.
Yeah, I'm so excited that you guys are finally able to join us. Our first time having the prep out. So great, beautiful day for it.
Yes, 81 degrees and comfortable spring weather opportunity finally.
Mm-hmm.
And Vive Lewis is dealing. Let's start with her.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
A no-hitter. You got a
oh
lot to hold up
why
to.
Why would you say this?
Because I say these things sometimes, Emily. I do not believe in a broadcaster jinx. Let's start there.
All right.
So I don't think I have any impact on this game.
Okay. Well, so I learned my superstition from Laffy, though. Laffy was my coach, and she is a superstitious gal, and I am equally. So,
okay, all right.
So
well, I apologize.
I'm going to come back later on the mic if I need to yell at you for that.
That's fair.
But yeah, Vive is, such a strong pitcher.
There's a shot to right center field. That is going to drop in for a hit, and I think I am fired.
And
it's
I'm
a double.
taking over, everyone.
Oh, goodness. You knew that was going to happen. It was the leadoff hitter, Luisa Dragovic, and she hit a head-high pitch and went the other way with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to say we got to bring Coach back.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
yelling at, Laugh's yelling at him, too.
Oh, boy. Isabel Jenkins is up. She'll square, get one down, foul. But no, Lewis has been dealing, and I understand she's been doing this all year.
Yeah, great athlete, though, too. She's a 3-sport athlete. She plays field hockey in the fall. She was just on our ice hockey state championship team. Just a great athlete, great kid.
Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and fouls it again. This is the two-hitter, Isabel Jenkins, who recorded that final out in center field, a senior. Liggett trying to get on the board. So what's this season been all about? New regime for this softball program, but a very familiar face and a familiar person with the tradition and the expectations here at Regina.
Yeah, really cares about the future of this program. She understands, obviously, the legacy, the history of it, coming through the program herself, being one of the best pitchers we've had in Regina history. And, so she really wants to just carry everything that Laffy has done forward and wants us to be a contender, as we always have. She recently said this week that how hard the Catholic League schedule, the Central Division is, but, that really just prepares us for the state tournament,
Sure.
While we've had some tough competition this year in the league schedule, it's gonna help us.
Playing out of Division II?
We are still in Division I right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we have continued to opt up. I think that next year we'll probably stay in Division II.
Okay, so you're allowed to go 2, but you've opted up in 1. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the thought behind that?
Really, Laff wants to play the best of the best, and so all of our state championships have been Division I, opting up.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's worked out. And this year in athletics, I know you're in the spring, but you had a strong fall. You had a strong winter. You mentioned the state championship in girls hockey. What other points of pride can you discuss about this athletic season?
An interesting question. Actually, a stat that I just had to look up for kind of our end of year. It's great with how small of a school we are technically, how many girls sign on to play collegiate sports. So in the last 6 years, we've had 43 girls sign on to play collegiately. And so this year we have 7 and the class size is 64. That's amazing.
Good odds.
We just have great girls that come through, great athletes, but, great kids. Even looking at two of our seniors this year, Sarah and Lorelei, the inner midfielders, infielders, middle infielders, two valedictorians. You know,
really?
So yeah, so I mean, just one of our other seniors, Ella Sikorsky, she's a two-sport athlete too. I mean, just they do it all here at Regina, and it's just so impressive.
Popped up, fouled away towards. We got to give a shout out to Miss
Miss Kramer, yes.
Miss Kramer was fabulous. She let Evan and I into her classroom and had no business doing that, but she was kind enough to let us in and use the Ethernet, and thank you. I mean, and we thank Miss Kramer.
Yes, shout out Miss Kramer.
Shout out Miss Kramer. What does she teach, by the way?
She teaches English.
Very organized class. She looked like an English teacher with the classroom structure. It was very well done. So impressive. We thank Miss Kramer, who I'm sure is watching at home. Runners at second and third. Jenkins at second. Dragovich at third. It's a hit and a walk, and Liggett's feeling good. Maxwell fans at a high one. And all of a sudden, that is the first out of the inning. Big strikeout for Vive.
Again, the hit and the walk coming after Chad saying a no-hitter.
My goodness.
We'll just repeat that.
Oh,
tough crowd. Sorry.
No, I deserve it. I mean, I told you I don't believe in the jinx, and boom. I'm starting to believe a little. I'm going to have to see some more for proof, but Viva's continued to go upstairs, and Liggett continues to chase it a bit. What's that all about? Would you keep going up there? Is that something you want to revisit?
You know, if they're going for it, you know, stick with what's working for you.
There's a base hit to right field, drops in front of Wierzewski. 2 runs are going to score. It's going to be a 3-base hit for Liggett, and it's now 7-2. Wierzewski and Wright couldn't exactly see what happened. Full disclosure, the umpire was right in front of me, but here's another look at it, Emily. And it just scooted past Wierzewski. It was going to be a base hit anyhow, but an extra base error. And so now Liggett's feeling a little bit of life. So that will bring up number 2, and that is Bornay, the second baseman. Squares to bunt, and nothing doing at third. Weiss will hang tight. What are you looking for defensively if you're Regina right now? Do you think they're going to do a suicide or a squeeze, safety squeeze? What's the thought?
Yeah, I mean, I think that bunt's a good call, trying to make us make a decision here. I think communication for Regina is just key right now. And I mean, Grace Cooper behind the plate, she just does such a great job talking the entire game. Great leader behind the plate for us.
So the discussion continuing, the outfielders will chat. Senior day, you led the ceremony of 4 seniors saying goodbye, and we listened to the speeches, and not gonna lie, there was some watery eyes in this booth. An emotional day for everyone.
Yeah, this is a great group of seniors. I mean, really great group of parents this year though too.
Yeah.
I mean, just parents that have been really involved over the course of the 4 years.
Squares to bunt, great effort by Cooper. Couldn't come up with it, but the savviness and the cat quickness to make an attempt. Here's another look, and gotta love the effort. So is the squeeze on again? Bornay does get it down. It's a safety squeeze, and they've got the runner tied up. Throw to third, and it's offline, but the runner does get to first. That's Bornay, and she'll sneak over to second. And it does work. Run doesn't score, but it could have been worse if that ball gets down the line, Emily.
Lowe did a good job of getting back up quickly, drew back up in left field.
So here comes the freshman pitcher, Keegan Price.
Oh, again.
Squares to bunt again. Runners at second to third, and did he call a strike? He did. She did offer. Price looking into that Liggett dugout. It's the sign from the assistant Karen Arnold. In at third is Giuliani. She can smell what Price had for lunch. He's so close. Thank goodness she's wearing that face mask. They appeal down to the field umpire, Dwayne Pinkett, and they'll say she did offer. We'll get another look at that in a moment. But a bit of a late appeal was a good appeal.
Yeah.
Lewis deals. Got her.
Nice.
Odd strikes. 2 are out. Big pitch for Lewis in the bounce back. Another look. Well located. 9th strikeout of the day and just 1 walk for Genevieve Lewis. But 2 runners out there still with Weiss at third and Bournet at second. And this is the batter, Kendall Butler, the freshman third baseman. Lewis locks in. Swing and a miss. Changed the eye level down low, and it worked well. How important is that for a pitcher to move things around as it is to change pitches?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to keep them on their toes.
Swing and a miss. Raised the eye level a bit. And Butler swung through it. Lewis on the verge of getting out of this jam she's run into in the 4th. Has had very little obstruction until this point. Until my jinx came along. Let's just say it.
Yes.
I know. I'm owning it. That is a pitch off the fence, and it's going to get Liggett in trouble. Down the line, Weiss, throw to third. And Giuliani couldn't hold on. Back safely is Weiss, and Liggett dodges a bullet there.
Yep, good movement, though, by Regina.
Great movement.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to improvise after the ball went off the fence. Great job by Cooper to find it. And a good throw.
Yeah.
Hard to see with that runner coming at you, too, if you're Giuliani at third. Butler against Lewis. We'll do it again. So, high leverage situation for the Satellites. A comfortable 5-run lead. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes. Vive with a K. The high cheddar tasted just right. Double-digit Ks for Lewis. We go to the bottom half of the 4th. Back with more on the prep right after this. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
That's Tia Andrews, the head coach in her 3rd year. And she came over from Chandler Park and had a nice stint there. Went to FAMU down in Miami and had a great career. Hall of Fame inductee as well in 2021. And 20 wins in her 94 season. Shot down the right field line. That's going to drop in. That's a base hit for Eunice. She's going to head to second. Still on her feet. She's going to head to third. Here comes the throw to third. Not in time. Eunice with a leadoff triple for the Satellites, and Chloe's got things clicking for Regina.
Great momentum shift after that last inning.
And again, going to right field.
Yeah.
Coach Laff and I talked about it. Why not go the other way if they're going to hog that outside edge? And Eunice keeps going. Good hustle here. And in prime scoring position for her teammate to drive her in. This is Sarah Wilking, the 4-hitter. Part of that double play combo that claims to be the best in Macomb County.
Yep, Sarah is actually was actually a finalist for Catholic League Female Athlete of the Year, which ended up going to Caitlin Pelosi from Mercy. I mean, well deserved, but
sure.
Obviously an honor for Sarah to be considered a finalist.
There's a shot down the left field line, and that is foul by about 1.5 feet. We talked earlier when Coach Laff was on that Wilking was one of the featured players in the Powder Puff game.
Yes, yep. Quarterback.
Quarterback,
yep.
right.
Quarterback,
we called her name
captain,
a lot.
yep.
And I know she plays other sports as well.
Yep,
Basketball.
volleyball and basketball. Yep, she was All-State honorable mention for both actually this year, which is an awesome way to go out your senior year.
For sure. One of the school's best athletes, if not the best.
Yeah.
Of course, being up for the Catholic League honor, you'd think so. Trying to drive in her teammate, Eunice. Mackenzie Riska in the on-deck circle. Satellites trying to get a couple back.
Ooh, good pitch.
Really good pitch. That's the changeup from the rookie Price. And she's got one of the best hitters on the team out. Heady play and call by Liggett. So 1 out, still a runner at third. And that'll set the stage for Mackenzie Riska, the center fielder. Squares to bunt, gets it down, back to Price. In comes Eunice, she will score. Out at first, but it's an RBI bunt. And good small ball by the Satellites.
Yep, she's our go-to when we need a bunt down. She, junior, verbally committed to U of M Dearborn.
Awesome.
Yeah, also a double athlete. She does track actually as well. She's all Catholic
Really?
for our 4x1 actually just last Saturday. Yeah, awesome.
How does she balance practice with? She must be really fast.
She is, but you know what? Again, it's just like the discipline that these Regina girls have. I mean, she will sometimes go to track just for half an hour to be able to talk with her coaches, work on that relay handoff, and then she'll be back for infield. You know, just really impressive.
Very impressive.
But 4x1, all Catholic, that means you're top 3. And I mean, again, stiff competition in the Catholic League, so it's awesome for her.
Impressive. Here's Mahon, Lorelei Mahon, the shortstop who was honored as one of the 4 seniors before this ball game.
Fun fact, Lorelei's mom was actually on the '89 state championship team for Regina. I don't know if Laff said that, so got to shout out Lynn.
Yes, she did, but it's worth repeating because it's pretty cool being a part of that first-year title team. Pretty neat when you see, I'm sure, you probably getting to the age of students where you knew their older sibling maybe and their parents, and it's got to be neat to see the tradition, the layers, and the legacy here at Regina. So Mahon is on at first, and that will bring up Juliana, the third baseman. There goes Mahon. They'll never get her. Great jump by a high IQ player in Mahon. And in scoring position now for Emma. In at third is the third baseman, Butler. Inside corner, Brian Hopp says it was a ball. 8-2, Regina on top here in the fourth. Glad you're with us on the prep. Thanks to Emily Frickin for joining us here in color commentary, and also the athletic director. Not just the athletic director, the Catholic League Athletic Director of the Year.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well
I
deserved.
appreciate that.
For
Thank
sure.
you.
Price back in the circle. Swinging a pop-up. Playable for the first baseman, Weiss, and makes the catch in foul territory to retire the side. So a runner is stranded, but a run comes in. And at the end of 4 innings of play, it's the home team, the Satellites, on Senior Day, +6.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Welcome back to Regina High School. First time here, might be our last, apparently, after the jinx I laid last inning. Chad Bush and Emily Frickin with you. Here comes Liggett to bat to lead things off in the fifth. And it'll be 8-9-1 for the Knights, 6-16 under Tia Andrews in her third year. And Liggett will compete out of Division III in the MHSAA playoffs coming up. Regina, of course, you heard from Emily, will compete out of Division I. She opted up, and that's normal here at Regina. It's normal at some other schools with rich athletic tradition like the Satellites. Swing and a miss. Maddie Metzger, one of the freshmen. They've got 3 freshmen in a row, 6, 7, and 8. Vive Lewis back in that circle, and she's been solid, 10 strikeouts in this ball game. She's been the number 1 most of the year?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, and we're at an advantage, too, I will say, on our team. We have 5 pitchers on our team, and strong pitchers. So, I mean, we've had the advantage of being able to switch up a couple pitchers in one game, keeping that other team on their toes, not allowing them to really settle in on a time. So we got Sarah as a pitcher, Chloe, our first baseman, as a pitcher, Morgan Thim, a freshman, and then Taylor White as a sophomore.
Important to have that depth.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is always tested by everyone in the playoffs. What position were you in softball, Emily?
I was a left fielder and catcher.
Awesome. Very cool. I as well share those positions. Yeah. In case you were wondering. I know you were.
I'm so sorry I didn't ask the follow-up.
No, that's all right. I was going to tell you. It was too ironic not to tell you. Sorry. I dabbled in center field, too.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
Regina tradition, we call the outfield the posse.
Oh.
Yes. Jack Daly, my outfield coach, named it posse. If you were the center fielder, you were the posse mama. So, yeah.
And what did the posse mama get to wear or
she had a shirt. She had a shirt. Mary Manuzak.
Mary Manuzak.
Yeah, class
I
of
know
08.
Mary Manuzak.
Yeah, class of 08.
my
She was
gosh.
posse mama.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
I actually know Mary. Good stuff. Oh, boy. Well, that's neat. What other little traditions can you pass along?
Hold on, we're going to wait for this strikeout, and then I'll continue to tell you.
Fair enough.
Here we go.
Swing and a miss. Prognosticator as well. Strikeout number 11. Out on strikes is Metzger, and here's how it looked from the fireball, the riser, coming from Vive. I think they call that a riser in the softball game. I'm learning the pitches. There's a lot of extra pitches. They have these screwballs that I haven't seen since 1989, Willie Hernandez, and they throw these screwballs now. There's a great bunt, and that is going to hit a bat, and we'll see if the umpires saw that. He did. It did go foul thanks to the bat, but Brian Hopp got it right either way. Tia Andrews has feelings about it. And here's another look. Here, what'd you see? Hit the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, she's kind of the reason for it, and it all makes sense, and I don't know the rules. So, on that one, do you know what happens when a bat hits the ball in play?
You know what? I'm sorry to say it. I do not. We need to get Laugh back on here. She would definitely know.
Yeah, what happens then?
Oh, she's out.
Oh. Laugh says she should have been out. I believe it.
I would not question her, for sure.
No, she knows the rules. So, tough to see, in fairness, for Brian Hopp, who actually had to call half this game on his own. Here's a good look here, thanks to our replay coordinator, Evan Westfall.
I don't know.
It's tough. It's forgivable if you missed it. Strike 3, backwards K, frozen pizza. Doesn't matter now, Dad, you're right. Strikeout for Vive. And that'll flip it to the top of the lineup. Here comes Luisa Dragovic, the catcher. 2 are out, and that is strikeout number 12, a dirty dozen for Vive already today. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and just a show, perhaps, for Luisa. She got things going with that single to right that'll won't soon be forgotten. Pitch is up. There's a nubber to first, well handled by Eunice. It had some English on it. And out at first is Dragovic. That ends the inning, or the top half. We go to the bottom half. She's Emily Frickin. My name's Chad Bush. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. Back with more after this.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
To the bottom of the 5th we go on this beautiful Thursday evening in Warren, Michigan. And the home team Satellites on Senior Day have a 8-2 lead. Glad to be joined by the athletic director of Regina, Emily Frickin. And pleased to be joined earlier by former head coach Diane Laffey, former athletic director. Fun to have a mentor around like Diane Laffey, I can imagine.
Yes. She still answers my calls, which I am very appreciative of.
Does she text?
Yeah, she is a texter.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know you like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really grateful that I have her. She started mentoring me, I mean, even when I was in high school with her. So, but then as a colleague, and really honored that I'm able to still rely on her now.
Yeah, very cool. Not everybody has that opportunity after someone leaves. I'm like, wait a minute, I want to talk to her.
I know. I
What
joke
would
with
she
her
say?
sometimes that I'm going to do 53 years and one upper.
It's quite the threat.
Yeah.
Throw to first is low and a great scoop by Weiss.
Yeah, good hold by the first baseman.
And the throw by Maxwell. So 1 up and 1 down. This is Grace Cooper. Another look at the execution by Liggett. Ground ball to third. Butler up with it. The throw across to Weiss.
Another good grab.
Sure was. Cooper is out. And Liggett flashing some leather, making the defensive plays. And this is the improvement every team's looking to see as they get closer to the playoffs, Emily. So school is coming to a close.
Yes, it is. Yeah, seniors have been out for a couple weeks, starting to wrap up. We'll be done June 5th is our last day of exams.
Okay.
So we're out pretty early. Girls are counting down the days.
I bet.
As am I.
Now, what's your highlight of the summer? What do you got planned? Anything?
Oh, my mom is turning 70 this year, so we are doing a fun trip with her. So looking
Cool.
forward to that.
Happy birthday to her in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
Super 70.
Yeah, but we actually have a lot going on in the summer, too. We do sports camps starting from kindergarten all the way through incoming freshmen. So June, there's something going on all summer here, which is really exciting. We offer about 11 youth camps for our different sports, so it's exciting.
If somebody wanted to be a part of those youth camps, how could they do so?
Yeah, absolutely. ReginaHS.com under athletics.
Very good. Fly ball down the left field line in foul territory. Photographer had to run out of the way. Not our photographer.
No, George Spiteri. Shout out George. He is a freelancer, and he always is willing to partner with us. So appreciate him being out here for senior day, too.
George has got some wheels on him.
Yeah.
He can still move a little bit. I'm impressed.
He will be honored that you said that.
Yeah, well, here's another look. We're going to give him the replay. And yeah, I mean, he's got great awareness, good IQ, photographer IQ.
Yep.
I don't know if our camera operator down there, Mike Batchus, would have been able to get out of the way that quick. We put him outside the fence.
I do think there was a bet if you hit one of the guys in foul territory, like if you're on a driving range or something and you hit the cart. So I shouldn't say that on air, but
Oh, it's
a
all
little
right.
late.
Appreciate your honesty. It's fun. That's what you're here for. Oh, Vive Lewis has done it again. Another hit. And here's another look at it. She just finds holes in that infield, doesn't she?
She was due today, too, and she had such a great day on Monday. We played Lanscrews
Sure.
North. She hit 2 home runs just in the first inning. So glad to have her on base.
So that'll bring up the 2-hitter Morgan Tim. Tim is spelled Thim, sorry.
Yep.
I wanted to say it without an H for some reason, but it's Thim, Thimm, and she's the DH. She's a freshman, and she came over from St. Joan of Arc in the offseason.
Mom was another alum.
Oh, yeah?
As well, yep. And Mia.
What year?
You know what? I do not know.
Okay, that's all right. Ground ball to third. That's fair. It was touched in fair,
dang.
and that might have been a mistake, a freshman mistake. And the throw to third is not in time. So, great aggressive base running by Vive Lewis to get to third base. And the aggressive approach gets her there. So, Thim to second, and now the table's set for Eunice. Another look here at the replay.
Ooh, that was close.
So, Eunice in an RBI opportunity. Again, it's 10 runs after 5 run rule. So,
Yep.
Satellites might want to get home and get an early supper on senior night. That one's fouled away, and fan from Grosse Pointe Woods will take it home.
Don't take it home. Please return it.
Well, yeah, yes, they will. They'll bring it back. It's just my stupid thing that I do, you know. Please don't take it.
We love a
Those are
catchphrase.
expensive. They're like $9, man. Bring that back. Ground ball to second. Hit hard right at Bourdais, ends the inning. So Regina gets some things rolling, but Liggett holds the door. Still a 6-run lead for the home team as we head to the 6th. More to come from Emily Frickin right after this.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
That's Tia Andrews, the head coach, in her 3rd year. And she's trying to build. She's got some youth, Emily, and you can understand that, right? Being, going through the reins as a coach, you got to mix and match some of that youth and seniors, and she's trying to get all that done with 3 freshmen in the lineup today.
Yeah, 3 promising freshmen.
Had a great career at FAMU and is in their Hall of Fame. And she's won a lot of softball games in her career and doing great things after coming over from Chandler Park, where she had a couple decades. Now then, Lewis back on the bump. Trying to get another win, trying to close things out. This is the 2-hitter, Isabel Jenkins, the center fielder.
Who's made a couple really nice catches today.
She has.
Yeah.
Some real nice range. Long, lanky outfielder. Senior. One of just 2 seniors in this lineup today that they'll say goodbye to. Future bright. Swing and a miss. Swung right through the sharp cheddar from Vive Lewis. 2-2. The second baseman, Wilking, is slanted a bit towards the first base side. Second base. How much defensive aligning now in softball are we seeing that was maybe more than when you played or even more than when Coach started coaching?
For sure.
Ground ball right to Wilking. She was positioned perfectly. Throw to first, and that's the first out of the inning after a nice full count battle between Lewis and Jenkins. Sometimes that pitcher just needs to lay off and not touch that ball. And I think Lewis did it perfectly.
Yep.
It's like, don't touch that.
Got to trust the girls behind you for sure.
Ann Diamond is the principal at Regina.
94 alum.
Great year. Best year I've ever heard of. Sandy Cara, Kylie DeLapa, Christy Burley
Leitzau, yeah.
Dang it. And JJ, Coach JJJ, Triple J.
Yeah.
You're going to say that one.
Joseph Check.
Thank you.
So Kylie and JJ were both on the 19 state championship team. JJ went on to play at Albion College. Go Brits.
Sure.
A fellow Brit myself.
All right.
And then Christy was on the 89 team, actually. So got a great staff on here. State champions for sure.
The staff of champions.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna remember that one.
Ground ball to second. Wilking underhands it. Says that's too easy. It's like a pitch to the halfback and powder puff. And the girls are having fun in this 6-run lead. Another look at the flawless defensive attempt. So here's the cleanup hitter, Margaret Weiss, the second senior in this lineup, and she cuts and misses. Michelle Hicks is the athletic director at Liggett, doing a great job as well. Popped up. Brian Anderson will take over next year. He's been announced as the athletic director. Brian at Stony Creek. Stony Creek is where Regina will be this weekend in a doubleheader, taking on the Cougars. A good tune-up against an OAA red opponent.
Yeah.
Again, the tough scheduling is important and timely.
Yeah, we're playing Dakota next week as
That's
well.
Right.
So
big time. Now Dakota's top
always
3.
always great programs.
Yeah. And the Cougars and Stony Creek has had, just in recent times, pretty good clubs as well. Top of the 6th, 8-2 Regina on top. There's a ground ball up the middle. Diving stop by Mahon, and no chance to get the speedy runner Weiss, but the statement made on the fine play by Mahon and Lorelei. It'll be a base hit, but the statement made that, look, Lorelei's not going to let anything get through her infield.
Yep.
So that'll bring up Constantina Bornay, the junior and the second baseman, batting in the 5-hole. Price would bat next. Vive was high with a riser and taking advantage, trotting to second, is Weiss in scoring position now with 2 outs. Late in the game, just 4 outs to work with for the Knights. Stick around afterwards. We'll have our G of the game. That's our player of the game. Several candidates, Emily.
Yeah.
We're going to lean on you for some recommendations.
Oh, no, not on air. All of them.
All right, we'll keep you out of it. We'll let Pat the Stat and Corey make the picks today. That one's going to get beyond Cooper, and so some balls starting to get up, get away. Is that tiredness? Is that what do you attribute that to? Anything?
I think that she's really loose right now. I think that, just tighten up a little bit, refocus. But I think that also when she's having fun, though, that's when she's playing her best. But you can see on her face, like when she has her determination, I always am confident in her when she's behind in the count that she's going to work her butt off to get back in it.
And she has, again here, Genevieve Lewis, birth given name. But it's Vive in that circle right now, and she's trying to get out of Dodge. Deuces are wild. 2-2 count, 2 are outs, 8-2 ball game. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes. 13, I believe, at last count in this game for Lewis, who keeps it moving along. We keep moving along to the bottom of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. It's the prep coverage of Catholic League softball.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
We are the Prep, and proud to bring you Michigan's best high school sports. Follow us on our social medias, TikTok, X, the Gram, Facebook, and right here on YouTube. If you would subscribe, it's free. You can get all kinds of sports from us all season long. Going to stay busy during the summer, but here we go down the stretch with baseball, softball, girls lacrosse, boys lacrosse, girls soccer, and busy slate. There's a fly ball to right field, and that'll be handled easily in right field by Simitek. So one up and one down. Simitez. Sorry. Worked on it all night, too. So one up and one down, bottom of the sixth. Mackenzie Riska is the batter after Wilking flies out. One out in the sixth. Could be the final bow for the Regina Satellites on this fine Thursday.
Ooh.
Low liner caught on one knee by Weiss, and two are quickly out. Here comes Mehan. Good job by the first baseman, Weiss, to get down with it. Sometimes players will just reach down. She got down on her knees to make that play and change the eye level. You know you've got a tough player when she's got a rip in her pants.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a gritty player. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you know what? I think there's 4 of them, and I'm just really regretting ordering custom pants this year. So for all my ADs listening out there, tread lightly with those.
Well, listen, I got to tell you, and G Brand is our apparel sponsor.
Yes.
And so, listen, if Brian Metallic saw a rip in a pant that he provided, he'd be here supplying brand new pants.
Okay, good to know. That's a good.
He's down the street in Sterling Heights. Go find them. They are our post-game sponsor as well, G Brand. There you go. There's our apparel through G Brand. Thank you, Alex. Alex Westfall is your executive producer. Back off sabbatical. We missed him yesterday out in Orchard Lake and down in Detroit. But we had double action yesterday. Yesterday was kind of wild. But we're glad we're here today. That's a drive to center field, hit well, but right at Jenkins, and she makes the catch to end the sixth. Closing time for the Satellites. They'll look for 3 outs from Lewis, try to put this baby to bed, and win a couple games in a row headed into the weekend. Back with a finale in the 7th inning right after this.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Top of the 7th we go. Proud to be with you from Regina High School for the first time. Not the last time. Emily will have us back. I've got faith.
Yes.
I've got faith.
Absolutely.
She's forgiven me already. It only took 3 innings, but she already forgave me.
I need 3 more outs, and then all will be forgiven.
Swing and a miss. Lewis hunting for strikeout number 14. It won't be easy. It'll be against her battery, or her fellow hurler on the other side, rather, Keegan Price, the freshman.
Strong for a freshman. She's going to have a great career in the league, for sure. I've been impressed with her today.
Yeah. Seems to kind of have a savviness about her, too, and a resilience.
A great changeup as well. I mean, that is key for a pitcher. If you have a great changeup, that will hurt.
You sound like Coach Laffey. She said the same thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm honored you said that.
She said the
She taught
exact
me
same
well.
thing. She said, I love Lewis. I just want to see that change up a little more. And that's fair.
Yeah.
Apple didn't fall far from the tree, as they say. You didn't lick it off the grass, my grandmother might say. All those things. The 1-2, a little brush back. So Regina, again, a busy week next week. They'll continue to challenge themselves, as Emily mentioned, 2 against Stony Creek on Saturday, a game next Wednesday against Dakota on the road in Macomb. And they'll go against the MAC Red for a minute. They'll take on Utica Ford next Friday for a double dip.
Yep, we always play Utica Ford on Friday of Memorial Day weekend. It's our annual Strikeout Against Cancer game.
Cool.
Matt Joseph always organizes that really well, so we're happy to still be part of that tradition.
Neat. That's a walk. So a good walk worked by Price to lead off things here in the 7th. And now Tia Andrews is going to go to her bench and make a move. So it's a courtesy runner move. She's going to stick with her freshman third baseman, Kendall Butler. So leadoff batters on, and so now if you're Lewis, Emily, what are you looking to do to close this thing out? What are you reminding yourself of?
You know, just hit your spots. I mean, you got 3 more outs you've gotten this entire game. Just need 3 more to trust yourself.
So Kristen Boltink says, let us know who that pinch runner is, sir. And it indeed is number 9. And number 9 is not listed. The next closest is Nadia Lee. She's number 8. Apologize for that. But we know this. The batter up right now is number 3, Kendall Butler, the freshman third baseman. And she's got a responsibility of getting on base and moving things along. Meanwhile, Lewis trying to get out of Dodge and pick up K number 14. Pitch gets away, and Lee gets down to second. And Mahan ran into her inadvertently. They share a smile. See, softball players are nice to each other. These came from baseball. These guys are nasty to each other.
It depends on the day.
That's fair. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, you're right. 6-run game. Game's kind of in a hand. Yeah, that's true. All the jokes are funny then. That's true. There's a shot right back to the pitcher. Great hands by Fief Lewis. And that's the first out of the inning on the hot shot back of the box by Butler. Runner stays put at second base. And there's one out, Emily.
Great movement by both Lorelei and Sarah to cover that bag if they could get a double play.
And you come in as a courtesy runner, cold off the bench, and you have savviness to stick around and not run in. That's also pretty good discipline. So Maddie Metzger, the left fielder, is up. And the freshman looks at the signs down from Tia Andrews. Creeping in at third is Giuliani, expecting the bunt. It's a bunt, and it hits the right inside portion of the foot in the batter's box. It's a foul ball. Eunice and Giuliani smelled that thing from here. Now, who's eligible to wear the masks or the shields?
Anyone can. Mostly you see it in the pitcher, first and third baseman.
Okay. Strikeout number 14 on the day for Fief Lewis. And Liggett's down to their final out. Now Another look here. The Riza. So Samatez is the batter. She squares to bunt 2. Pulls it back, the lefty. Not many lefties in this Liggett lineup today. Such an advantage in this game of softball, being a lefty hitter.
Oh yeah, I honestly wish becoming a slapper was more popular when I played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you slap and you're fast. I mean, it's a given.
Call from the dugout. Kristen Boltink. Infielders creeping in, expecting the slap or the bunt. Runner advances to third, but that won't disturb Regina. They're up by 6, and they're focused on getting the batter, Samatez, who's the final hope for Liggett. Regina trying to get to win number 13 on the year and a couple games over 500. Grow that momentum to the weekend on Senior Day. Now, this is 4-3 ball today. We should say that in Catholic League, typically, it's 3-2 ball.
Yeah.
Just like in baseball and in softball in the Catholic League, same rules. But today, Emily, it's a little different because just one game?
Yep, just one game. Also, as we prepare for the state tournament, which is 4-3, we want to start getting accustomed to that count. But, I mean, an advantage of 3-2 ball, though, is like you're going into the box as a batter being aggressive. You know, you're not necessarily always waiting to watch that first pitch.
Well, that makes sense. Getting ready for what matters the most, the state tournament coming up in a couple weeks.
We're hosting districts, actually. Ooh, just missed it.
Just foul is right. I'm sorry, the districts again are...
oh, yeah, we're hosting districts this year,
Okay.
actually, so nice to get a district title on home soil.
And who's part of that district?
We have Warren Mott, Warren Cousino, Sterling Heights, and then Warren Woods Tower, who
Okay.
won the district last year. So revenge season for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chance to win that district.
Yeah, for sure.
Count is full. There's 2 outs and a chance for Vive to get out of here and celebrate Senior Day. For Regina seniors. Samatez swings and loops it down the left field line. That's down for a hit. In to score comes Price. The throw to second, not in time. So Samatez with a 2 out, down to her final strike single, make it a double that scores a run. Liggett not going away yet. It's now 8-3. That'll flip the lineup to the top. And here comes the leadoff hitter and the catcher, Luisa Dragovic. Pitch just misses up and in. Meanwhile, for Liggett, they'll also have a busy weekend as they will take on Farmington on Saturday before closing out the regular season on Wednesday against Cass Tech. Throw down to third and...
Ooh, got her.
Got her! What a throw by Cooper to end the game. Juliana slapped the tag, and Samatez is out, and Regina wins it 8-3 on Senior Day. And the defense showing out in the final play.
Yep, good for Coop, man. She's got an arm.
Stayed with it. Ball game is over Emily, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for
having us out.
having me.
This was awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad that you were able to finally get out here. Hope for many more games for you guys to cover.
We appreciate it. More to come, the G of the game, highlights, stats, and much, much more. Regina wins it 8-3, back with a finale right after this.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
More wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Of the game, Genevieve Vive Lewis. Congratulations, 14 strikeouts in this game, and you had to close it out late in the game. A couple challenges down the stretch, but you really closed this thing out and looked comfortable when there was pressure in this game. Talk about it.
It was an awesome. I had so much fun this game. I feel like we really worked together as a team, and when we were getting down, we just came back up, and my offense and my back was getting hits. So
this is a big day for the seniors. Yes. I know you've got a lot of respect for the senior class, the 4 girls. What were the emotions of this game, and were you keeping it light in the dugout? What were the discussions on a day where it can sometimes be distracting with all the emotions and events going on?
Well, it was a really big distraction with all the cameras and everything, and especially it being senior day. But our coach was just like, we need to push through this. We know how we can do this, you know? Despite all the distractions, like, we just need to push, and that's what we did. So,
what's in store for the rest of the year? You guys have a chance to make a push. I know you played a very challenging schedule. You'll continue to play some tough games next week as well. What's in sight for you guys as you get down the stretch and host the districts in the playoffs?
You know, I really think that we could go far. If we really work as a team, like we know we can play, I think we can definitely go really far, really far.
Well, congratulations, 14 Ks, winning pitcher, and a lot of momentum with 2 straight wins going into the weekend.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
There she is, Vive Lewis, our G-brand G of the game. We'll take a pause. We'll come back with more on the Preps coverage.
My time to shine. Got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it. They were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Well, this is a ball game that Regina got out in front quickly. 2-0 lead to start things. And we're really taking advantage, putting the ball in play. Liggett had some miscues. Regina was aggressive, taking advantage of them, and would have a lead. In fact, it was a 7-0 lead before Liggett would get on the board with a couple runs. But there you see it, going the other way, taking what the pitcher would give them, and finding some holes. Chloe Eunice with a couple of hits to lead the offense. And then Liggett would scratch the surface, and they would battle back. But it was a relentless Regina team, and when you've got a hurler like Vive Lewis, you're going to win a lot of games. 14 Ks, as we mentioned in the contest. 8-3 your final score. Regina knocks off Liggett in this game. So Regina moves to 2 games over 500 and ups their record to 13-11. Liggett falls to 6-17. And these two teams will have another regular season week before heading to the playoffs and getting their districts underway. It's been a pleasure and an honor to broadcast here today at Regina High School, home of the Satellites. We thank Michelle Hicks, the athletic director at Liggett, Tia Andrews, the head coach, Kristen Boltink for Regina, and also the fine athletic director who joined us, Emily Frickin, and of course, the legend, Diane Laffey. Good enough to join us here for a few innings, and we enjoyed that as well. Want to thank our talented and hardworking crew, your executive producer, Alex Westfall, Brad Ross on graphics, Evan Westfall is your replay operator today, Pat the Stat on statistics, Corey or CJ Easterling, you take your pick on audio, turning the dials. Kyle Buchanan on camera 2 and Mike Batchis on camera 1. And again, our guest color commentators today, want to thank Emily Frickin and Diane Laffey. My name's Chad Bush. Once again, your final score, 8-3, Regina over Liggett. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. So long.